What if I told you that Jake Paul bought more than $1 million worth of cars in just a single year? Yep, both his Ferraris cost more than $800,000, and these were just two cars of four or so he bought in 2018 alone. Even more interesting are the stories that come with every one of his cars. In today's video, let's check out some of Jake Paul's most impressive cars. You know a garage is super wild when you see a Ferrari 296 GTB sitting pretty in it. Only recently, in 2023, Jake Paul got this mid-rear-engined two-seater sports Berlinetta, which sorta created a new story for Ferrari, the story of its 120-degree V6 engine. Before we go on, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It would really help us make more videos on celebrity cars and bikes. Also, if you've got any celebrity you'd want us to talk about next, just let us know in the comment section down below. Now, the GTB's V6 is coupled with a plug-in electric motor that delivers up to 830 horsepower. With the 8-speed dual-clutch transmission, it gets to speeds way above 205 miles an hour, accelerating to 60 miles per hour in just around 3 seconds. Oh, and it's actually a 3.0-liter twin-turbo with an electric motor that gives a good amount of power. 820 horsepower ain't no small deal. Jake got his yellow Ferrari 296 GTB for around $421,000, but things took a bit of a turn when his enthusiasm took the car down the wrong path. After performing multiple donuts as though it was a street car, a low beam failure warning sounded. In other words, it was time for him to take the car on a visit to the dealership. Yep, I guess Ferraris aren't exactly built like those cars used in Fast and Furious. Just a couple of donuts and you're losing your wheels. Even Paul was shocked, saying, "I don't know if I was supposed to drive it that hard on the first day." Let's go back a bit. In 2018, when things were really good for him, Jake added his most expensive car to his collection, the Rolls Royce Phantom, which probably meant he could sit in the same room as Cristiano Ronaldo, Jay-Z, and Kim Kardashian, who also own a Phantom. With its 6.75-liter V12, this car had around 560 horsepower to run its miles, and could easily hit 155 miles an hour without losing its integrity. Like the Ferrari GTB, it uses an 8-speed automatic transmission. Rolls Royces are meant to be super smooth after all. Jake has his Phantom with a gorgeous white exterior. Inside, he didn't do so much, retaining the custom details of a Rolls-Royce Phantom. The fiber-optic starlight headliner, brilliant audio circuits, an 8.8-inch display on the central dashboard, radar and camera-based systems. And, oh, there's the 360-degree cameras. Add the hand-stitched leather seats, and you could say the Phantom was a different Type A Rolls-Royce. At the time when Jake bought his, the Phantom was worth around $460,000, and even years later, today, it could go as high as $600K. A bar of gold may not be able to buy this car, believe me. Now let's talk about Jake Paul's second Ferrari, the Ferrari SF90 Spider. This car was actually a limited edition, with only 599 of them ever created. Yep, Ferrari was like, 600! Nah, take one down. Now the SF90 Spider runs on a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. Ferrari probably felt the juice wasn't just enough, so they threw in 3 electric motors, bringing the total power to 986 horsepower. With this, 2.5 seconds was just enough for it to get to 60 miles an hour from zero, and its top speed was a crazed 212 miles an hour. Jake got this car a few months after he got the Ferrari 296 GTB. Paparazzi sort of believed that the GTB wasn't quite the best luck for him, especially since he damaged it only a couple of weeks after he bought it. So after the GTB got a bit messy, he flipped to the SF90. He probably doesn't realize that both cars are high maintenance. Anyway, the front end of the SF90 has really bright LED headlights, an F1-inspired nose, and large air intakes for cooling and airflow. At the rear, there's the super prominent active rear wing that adjusts to different speeds and driving modes. On the tech topic, it has a wraparound dashboard and a flat-bottomed steering wheel with moderately sensitive buttons. Compared to other leather seat cars, its seats are made from carbon fibers and Alcantara. Then there's the 16-inch fully digital HD display, HMI system with touch controls, voice commands, and digital displays. And for connectivity, Apple CarPlay and Bluetooth. The base price for an SF90 is around $580,000, and with custom options, it can go even higher. And P.S. Jake had his in the same bright yellow color as his 296 GTB. Another big money splash made by Jake in 2018 was for his Lamborghini Huracan Performante, the one Lamborghini car that set the record for the Nürburgring Nordschleife lap record in 2017. What are its specs? Well, the Huracan uses a 5.2-liter naturally aspirated V10 that pumps 640 horsepower and could hit a top speed of more than 200 miles an hour. Lamborghini made the Performante about 88 pounds lighter than the standard Huracan, thanks to their forged composite material, which is sort of a mix of carbon fibers and resin. The car also comes with an active aerodynamics system called Aerodynamica Lamborghini Attiva, or ALA, which basically adjusted parts of the car to keep it glued to the road. It was with the ALA that the car set its 2017 Nürburgring record. Inside, it was all race car vibe with the dashboard, seats, and door panels covered in Alcantara with forged composite trim and a 12.3-inch fully digital TFT display that tells you about the car's speed and RPM, the ALA system status, G-force readings, lap times, and telemetry. It also has a flat-bottomed, leather-wrapped steering wheel that comes with driving mode selectors, paddle shifters, and multi-function buttons. And of course, it has some luxurious features. You can tell them what color to stitch the seats in, or what particular embroidery you'd want, or even have different contrast trims tried out. The car also features different driving modes, including the Strada for a casual drive, say to work, the Sport mode, which pumps more power to the rear wheels for more speed, and the almighty Corsa mode, which could help you finish second, say, in the Le Mans or F1. Valued at $274,000 when it first came out, the Huracan Performante was a really pricey vehicle. With the type of features it comes with, it's easy to see why Jake called it one of his dream cars. Fun fact, the unique custom color called Unicorn of his Lamborghini has a color-shifting effect that changes shades depending on the lighting and angles. Yep, it's like a chameleon of a car. Now onto Jake's white Toyota Tacoma. He also got this car in 2018, and let's just say he's had quite the adventure with it since then. The Tacoma is actually a bit small on engine numbers compared to other cars in Jake's garage, being powered by a 2.7-liter engine that gives it only 159 horsepower. It could take up to 8 seconds to get to 60 miles per hour, and its top speed was just 115. Though it used a 6-speed transmission, it still wasn't the best on speed, at least to me. While it couldn't make up for speed, its tech was pretty admirable. It has either an 8-inch or 14-inch high-resolution touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto integration for displays, and its JBL premium audio system was actually pretty solid. For safety, it has a pre-collision system with pedestrian detection, lane departure alert with steering assist, and full-speed range dynamic radar cruise control. It also has leather-covered seats, all with a temperature tab so each person could set any temperature of choice. Talk about getting into the hot seat. Jake customized his Tacoma with a C4 fabrication high-clearance rear bumper system, which lifted the vehicle a little higher off the ground so he couldn't really hit bumps. Today, a well-maintained 2018 Tacoma like his could go for around $30,000 or $35,000, though that depends on how much it's been driven and its condition. A while back in 2017, Jake Paul was lucky to get his hands on a Tesla Model X, an all-electric car with quite the look, the so-called Elon Musk's touch, if we might add. The Model X has a top speed of 149 miles per hour, which is just a few numbers more than the Tacoma, but with a way better acceleration. Just 4 seconds is enough for it to get to 60. Thanks to its dual electric motors, though, it stomps the Tacoma on power, pumping out 670 horsepower and an easy 713 pounds of torque. Jake's own Model X is actually one of a kind. He customized it with a vinyl wrap that was done by the West Coast Customs, the same guys from Pimp My Ride. As for its interior features and tech, the car is a 7-seater and uses a really good climate control system. It also has full self-driving capabilities, including navigation on autopilot, auto lane change, and traffic light recognition, and then the Sentry mode that monitors the vehicle's surroundings and alerts owners to potential threats. To be fair, the Model X is actually one of Tesla's affordable cars, especially since it's actually eco-friendly. Like, come on, no black smoke. When Jake got it, the price was around $100,000, but today it's worth around $80,000. As heavy a price as it comes, it does have its fair share of issues though, like the Falcon wing doors, which could hang sometimes, the leaky air suspensions, and the autopilot sudden accelerations, which could, well, kill you. Finally, onto the one car I'd call the big bad Jake, the monster Jeep. While the COVID-19 pandemic held the world by its throat, Jake Paul was just crushing it in his emergency response vehicle, a one-of-a-kind creation that was sort of a mix of the 1947 Jeep CJ2A with a bit more modern engineering. At first look, one of the things you'd notice about this car is its solid steel frame. Then, its engine produces more than 800 horsepower and 700 pounds of torque, getting it up to a speed of 100 miles per hour. The car sat on massive 54-inch tires, and its matte black finish and reinforced bumpers gave it a polished military look. Inside, the dashboard was made pretty simple and had all the needed controls, and there's a high-quality infotainment system for when you want to relax a bit. Actually, there's more. The Performance Pages display allows drivers to check the vehicle's performance in real time, including its G-force, lap times, and engine metrics. There's also its Uconnect 4C NAV system that has an 8-inch touchscreen with navigation features and smartphone integration. Its Brembo brakes were also notable, especially with their 15.75-inch front rotors and 6-piston calipers. Even the Laguna leather seats and carbon fiber accents were worth being proud of. This custom V8 engine, with its 6.2-liter displacement, gives the car enough power to go up any road, even mountains. Sadly, fuel efficiency isn't quite a part of its muscle. Still, it managed to earn a good name for itself, with an estimated price of around $100,000. Indeed, it was probably the perfect vehicle for fun during COVID, and Jake Paul really enjoyed it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button so we can update you on all our upcoming content. Also, comment what celebrity car collection you want us to do next. We'll catch you in the next one.